Welcome everyone, my name is Josh, and this is Get Bricked. Today we're going to be trying out something new from a new set of building blocks that I've never put together before. We got the Laser Pegs Mission Mars, specifically Mars RH1, but it might also be set 19005. Looks like this one will be a lot of fun with some transparent pieces and a light up brick and a slightly different design minifigure. So I'm excited to jump right on in, so let's take a look. And here we have the completed Mars vehicle from Laser Pegs. Now, this one was a fun little build, nothing super complicated with it, but it was a little bit difficult just because of the snug nature of some of the fittings. It took a little bit to kind of get them in place, and then they would snap in place. And I do mean snap because they actually would pop into place pretty good. And now that the vehicle is all together, I don't think it's going to go anywhere. It does seem like it's pretty sturdy, so it might be able to handle a little bit of rough play. But I do like the look of this vehicle just overall. And of course, one of the first things you'll notice is I did apply the stickers on this set. I did like the look of it, but I felt like they could use a little bit more detail, seeing as how it's just a small set. And the translucent pieces, done up in the like orange kind of color, they are nice, but they were lacking some detail, so I did apply the stickers on this one. But this one is great with the look of it overall. We get the translucent orange pieces, of course, with some of the stickers on there. We get these white transparent wheels done up with the rubberized transparent on the outside, which is an interesting touch. I haven't seen that used too often before. And then we also get what appears to be a couple of tanks on the back of the vehicle, one for water and one for seeds, it looks like, possibly trying to terraform Mars. And then we, of course, get the minifigure as well, done up in a slightly different style. This one, though, if you saw, the hips were a little bit difficult to kind of snap in place, but it's nice that they actually have them very snug. And this minifigure actually gets the bonus of an added waist swivel, as well as individual knees that you can move independently. And they don't feel like they're too loose or anything like that. It feels like they're very nicely fitted, so I don't think they're going to go anywhere or become too loose, at least not too quickly. And then, of course, he's got his helmet on there, got to protect him from the Martian surface, at least until the terraforming is done. Now, for someone like myself with bigger hands, it's a little bit difficult to kind of get in there. If you can see it in there, there's actually a button on the end here. We'll just move the little Mars guy out of the way. And there's actually a button in here you can kind of slide over, which will turn the light on. It does seem like it's a pretty decent light, pretty bright on there. Don't want to light it up too much on camera, but you can see it's pretty good at lighting up the area. A nice touch that they added a light brick that actually has a button that you can kind of hold down, but just, of course, don't hold it down too long so you don't kill the batteries that it comes with. Of course, though, they did have that manual included, so you could replace the batteries if needed. So moving it in, we'll take a look at the minifigure first. And this minifigure is interesting because they've added a little bit more posability because he has a waist swivel because of the way that the hip piece is attached. And then, of course, the individual knees we talked about briefly before. And it's nice that they added that so that it's still a little bit more posable than a normal minifigure. But the odd thing is, because of how big the helmet and the legs are, it makes the chest seem a little bit smaller. And it's only got the print on the front of the chest, of course, so it would have been nice had they included something else to go with him, even if it was just like a small oxygen tank on the back, just to kind of bulk up his torso a little bit more. But other than that, the minifigure itself does look really nice, and I like it done up in the orange and gray. And then, of course, he's got the like bluish tinted visor that you can fold down. Now, an odd thing with the minifigure is the fact that he has a printed microphone on the headpiece. But it seems like they printed it a little bit too low because when you have him wearing the helmet, it kind of gets obscured by the bottom of the helmet. So it seems like maybe they needed to print that just a little bit higher so that when he's wearing the full helmet, you can actually see the microphone that he's supposed to be talking on, probably relaying back to home base or something like that. Now, if we move it over to the Mars vehicle itself, more kind of like a buggy or rover, I guess you could call it, but it doesn't have like an official naming as far as I could see. But this one is an interesting build with the fact that all four of the wheels are attached individually. So you can actually pose each wheel separately. So you can get it into some interesting positions. And I like the fact that they did go with the transparent wheels. Not only is the rim transparent, but the rubberized outer shell is also transparent as well, which is not something you usually see on most regular building sets. Maybe a transparent plastic piece for the rim, but usually it would just be regular black wheels instead of going with the transparent ones. So that's a nice touch. Now, I do love how much the transparent pieces feature in this set, largely done up in the transparent orange. And I did think it was looking a little bit bland, so I chose to apply the stickers on this one. The unfortunate thing, though, is while most sets would have done individual stickers for each of the pieces, on this set, if you notice, the long strips on the side and the middle, they actually are going over two pieces. So of course, if you like to take your sets apart like I do and build other things out of them, that means that those stickers are likely going to get damaged or torn or end up being removed by accident just from wear and tear when you're trying to build other things with them. Now you do get a printed screen on the front there with a couple of gauges and some buttons, it looks like, so you can actually see the water level, and I guess it's the plant or kind of like growth level, I guess. Because it looks like it has a couple of tanks on the back where one of them is storing water and one of them has leaves. So I can only assume that that means it's plants of some kind or seeds of some kind so that they can try and get some oxygen growth on Mars. Now we'll show you the vehicle with the light on, and the blue light does look really good in person, especially when it contrasts against the orange. And for me, I'm not one who usually looks for light up bricks, but I do like this one done up in the transparent orange for the shell of it. And the fact that you actually have a switch that you can actually set it to be on permanently is a nice feature. Of course, you'll have to make sure you turn it off when you're done playing so that it doesn't drain the battery too much. And speaking of the batteries, it's good that they actually included a set of batteries with this set and you didn't have to buy them separately. But because it has that the Try Me feature where you can actually turn the light on, who knows how many times it's been used and how charged the batteries actually will be. Now, this set was just from a local dollar store, so it wasn't super expensive. And I mean, yes, there was some quality issues with a little bit of additional flash and plastic left on it. Maybe just a lack of trimming, or maybe just the trim quality wasn't as good. But overall, it's a nice little set to get for children, especially if they want to explore a space building set or like a Mars set and get a minifigure with a spacesuit on. But that is going to do it for us today. So let me know in the comments down below, what was your favorite part of this set? Was it the transparent pieces, the minifigure, maybe the light brick itself? Let me know that in the comments down below. And make sure you guys like and subscribe and get that bell on, because then of course you can stay up to date whenever we release new videos for the channel. Now, before you go out and explore another planet, just be sure to tell everyone that you just got bricked.